Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Thoughts to Think About. I'm Efrain.
I'm Liz.
And I'm Reid.
And we've got some thoughts for you to think about today. We're so glad to be back. It's going to be a great time. Today's episode is brought to you in part by the Houston Astros, World Series champions.
Yeah.
It's like,
Why not? It's brought to you in part in the sense that they didn't give us any money, but we're excited to talk about them.
But we gave them all of our money.
We gave them all
Right,
the money.
right.
Yeah. And then also just wanted to add, it's going to be a little thought today. So it's just going to be a little quick one. So if you're on the way to work, hopefully it lasts your whole commute, my good friend. But thank you again for joining us. So the Astros just this past weekend won the World Series. If you're listening,
Indeed.
After this airs, yeah.
Which one's the cheery?
Oh yeah, woo! That's for the Phillies.
That could not have been any better. Oh my god!
This is for the Astros. Woo!
Yeah,
This is what the parade sounded like, basically verbatim. That's exactly what it sounded like.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
With like rap music in the background.
What did you call that? What did you say it sounded like?
Rain.
Rain, yes. Welcome
Whenever
to
I'll turn on like rain sounds at night sometimes when I can't sleep. And
Oh,
Aubrey
nice.
says it sounds like French fries. Like you drop French fries in the oil. And she'll be like, you should turn on the French fries.
That's very on brand for Aubrey. Here,
Yeah,
let's hear
yeah.
it again. Let's hear the French fries. I see it.
But see, it's not the rain. If you get
It's-
the actual rain, it's
Yeah.
like
That's
I
very
can
much
see French
rain.
fries.
Just like the other thing, it's birds.
That's like heavy rain.
The
Like,
birds is gone.
wow.
So it's not birds
Oh,
anymore.
you took off
Yeah,
birds.
yeah.
Got it.
So we used to have a sound that was crickets, and Liz thought it was birds for some reason. But
That's true.
anyway, the Astros won the World Series, and so we're real excited about that. That was a great time. Do you guys have any thoughts about the World Series or the postseason or just the Astros in general you want to add?
I am so just happy that I watched the winning game with people, with y'all, and the your in-laws
Yeah.
and family. And can I share?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Our celebration tactics are
Our
our own.
celebration tactics. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and keep that under wraps.
That's okay.
So that's
Yeah.
I think it's probably best if we keep that off the air. But if you would like to know what happens,
Shoot us a DM. Or
shoot us a
something.
DM and maybe we'll tell you in person. Maybe.
Shook me to my core.
I'll say I was also excited to be watching with like a large group of people for the winning game because the rest of the World Series I was watching with just my wife, her mother, and Efrain's wife. And that was pretty much it. Like the whole World Series. Like occasionally, our other sister-in-law and her daughter would be there, but it was like just
Her
me
newborn, her like
and like
3-month-old.
all of the ladies of the family.
Well, and I
so
was
I'm
there.
just like,
I was there a couple times, but every time I went, they lost, and so I did not go back.
I was just like, where are the dudes?
Yeah,
Like,
I,
I need to find a guy to watch this with. Like somebody,
I
please.
just need a male presence. Yeah,
Well, We were talking about Love is Blind at one point, and like The Bachelor, and
Planning a baby shower.
planning baby shower, and he was like, "How am I the only guy in this room right now?"
We're watching the World Series.
This is ridiculous. Yeah, I took my dad. I had the opportunity to take my dad to the first game of the World Series this year. My siblings pitched in, and we paid for his ticket together. And I paid for my ticket, and so it was a really cool thing for us to like do for Christmas. Kind of like, hey, this is your Christmas gift. Basically, my thought was, if we, it's been a good run for the Astros, and so I expect it to keep going. But you never know. You
Right.
never know the next time you're going to be in the World Series. And so I wanted to take my pops, and so I did. And but the sad thing is we lost Game 1. It
Yeah.
was,
It was
kind of
devastating.
sad. It was kind of a stupid loss because we went up real quick, 5-0, and it was like, man, this is great. Justin Verlander's on the mound is awesome. And then the Phillies came back, took got 5 off Verlander. And then came,
Just
got one more run to win the game towards the end of the game. The good news, it was devastating because it was like, how do you give up a 5-run lead, But the good news is that it was close for most of the game, and so it always felt like we were in there,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And so the energy in the room was still pretty good.
Yeah.
And so my dad still had a really good time, and so I'm glad I got to take him. But so I learned. So we lost when I was there, and I went with my wife in 2019, and we lost that game as well.
Right.
Apparently, it was also game 1, which I didn't realize. And now the stats show that in game 1 of the World Series, the Houston Astros are garbage. They have never won a game 1 of the World Series.
Really? Wait.
That's correct.
Wow.
That's a fact.
I thought you were going to say you're not allowed to go.
They've been 5 times, and they have not won a game 1.
In five World Series, they have never won game 1.
So interesting.
Yes, but they are undefeated in game 5. They have won every game 5 of the World Series that they've played so far.
The first World Series, they didn't make it to game 5 because they got swept by the White Sox.
That's correct. So it's only 4.
Well, they didn't lose that one.
It's only 4-0. Yeah.
If there would have been a game 5, they would have won.
They're undefeated. Yeah, exactly. So, but yes, Liz, I did learn I cannot go to another World Series game.
Well, for sure, can't game 1.
At least game 1.
Right.
I mean, they proved those stats themselves. It's not on me, entirely. So, but I'm never going to another World Series game. I had my time, and it was great. So
on the other hand, I'm an untested World Series attender.
That's
so
right.
if anybody wants to bring me next year when we're in the World Series,
exactly,
test that
just
one
hit me
out.
up.
Yeah, back to back. I'm feeling it. I feel like back to back. The reality is we brought back Dusty Baker and James Click. They're coming back. They're working out contracts.
I was going to say, I read something they extended.
Yeah, they're working out contracts. I guess it's not finalized, but they extended it. And so they're looking to go back to back. And so I hope they do, because that's just, I love the dominance in this era of Astros baseball.
In Dusty, y'all trusty? Because y'all
Hard
seem...
Hard pass.
Yeah.
So this is the...
Let me go on record. I'm not a stan for Dusty. I'm not even a fan of Dusty.
Reid is not nay a Dusty stan, nay a Dusty fan, nay a Dusty friend.
I could be his friend.
I'll be his friend. It's fine.
Yeah, no, I mean he's clearly a very he was an amazing ball player when he was in the league,
right?
And he's a great dude, and the players love him. I don't like a lot of the decisions he makes, like throughout the regular season and even in the postseason. And I said it a lot this season, much to the chagrin of my friends, because a lot of my friends are pro Dusty,
Dusty.
But like he gets bailed out a lot because this team is so talented. And so he'll make a bad decision, but the team will bail him out, and everybody forgets that he made a bad decision.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think there's a level of that's there. I'm not a giant Dusty hater, I don't think it's like he's garbage. But I will say
dusted.
I did not really want him back next year necessarily. I kind of wanted him to get his World Series win and ride off into the sunset, like the hero cowboy.
Right.
And it's cool. I'm glad he's back. The players clearly love him. The league loves him, and so like I'm super happy he got his World Series win. I kind of really for me, I don't love a lot of decisions he makes. I'm not like that in that position. I don't know everything. So I mean, it is what it is. But I really wanted our kind of, it's not necessarily homegrown, but like the guy that's kind of been waiting in the wings for a few years, Joe Espada, who's our current bench coach. He's kind of been the guy that's like, oh, he's coming up. He's going to be, a big manager
like the
soon.
Protege of AJ Hinch and Jeff Lunau. And then like he's been having interviews with other ball clubs and stuff. And it's kind of like, you either promote him or you're going to lose him.
Yeah. And so that's kind of where I sit. Like, I don't hate Dusty, don't love everything, but I really am like, that era of AJ Hinch, Jeff Lunau, Joe Espada kind of like sits in that same like mentality, and I like that. And so I kind of wanted to bring that back in. But if he sticks around one more season, I think that'll be like perfect.
Yeah.
But the problem, like Reid said, is he's been interviewing for different positions. So
yeah, I mean, I'm very far removed from knowing the ins and outs of baseball. But I mean, I was talking to my mom, and she was like, it's kind of cool, like, because my dad is super into Houston sports. Like, he would walk into our room, like, growing up, and like tell us to go clean something. But before he did, he would change our TV to whatever game was on.
That's awesome.
So like we just always grew up with it, and each of us kind of has a sport that we enjoy the most, and mine is baseball. But it just feels the most like exciting.
Interesting. Okay.
That's a hot take.
That's a hot take
because
for
I
a lot of
also
people.
played softball. So like
Okay.
I feel like I get what's happening
Right.
way more than basketball or football.
Right.
But I don't think Dusty's my favorite. Like I love you can tell the players like genuinely love him.
Oh, for
And I think
sure.
that's why I'm kind of okay that he stays.
Right.
Because like loyalty to him and to the team itself and all that stuff. But yeah, I just think him and his gloves like should probably
His gloves.
should be done.
His gloves.
and his toothpicks. No, like I said, massive respect to the dude. Guy's
Right.
got 1 billion wins, I think, 1,000,000,001 or something like that.
He's like 9th overall for managerial wins.
Is it really? Like
Yeah, all time.
2,900 wins or something. It's like crazy. So huge respect to the dude. And I'd love to meet that guy, you know, for sure. He's like always just spouting off little tidbits of wisdom here and there, and that's super cool. I love that. But yeah, and you know, I don't want this to be a like ragging on Dusty podcast, but you know, I kind of would have preferred if another guy got the opportunity. You let the younger guys kind of roll in. But again, I hope he gets another one next year. So yeah, congrats to
Yeah, he's
Dusty
got
Baker and the Houston Astros.
2,093 wins.
2,093 wins.
3,000 wins is a lot of wins.
Dude, I thought he was at like getting there.
You're thinking of 3,000 hits.
Yeah, no. I mean,
That's a lot.
2,093 is a lot of wins. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
He's got one
Well,
more
and
season.
it's super cool.
I guess as many as he wants, but he's got another season at least.
One more, Dusty.
Yeah, I know. That's not what I meant. I'm sorry. Don't come
But
after me.
like, wasn't his like managerial debut? Didn't he coach Jeremy Pena's dad? Is that real?
I believe what you're thinking of is his managerial debut was against the St. Louis Cardinals, who Jeremy Pena's dad played for.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so Jeremy Pena's dad played against Dusty's team
Gotcha.
when Dusty debuted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He was,
The first game.
Geronimo Pena was the leadoff hitter for the Cardinals for that game. So
Wow.
yeah, good tidbits.
Right.
Way to
Bringing
go.
it in.
Way to go.
Got it.
Yeah, that's the best part I think about like postseason baseball is, I mean, it really they do it all year long if you're watching the games like really intently, but like on TV at least. But like postseason, you kind of watch a lot more, and so they throw out those random facts at you, and I love hearing them. It's like, oh, whoa, that's kind of cool, you know.
But sometimes the crap that the commentators have, because they have to fill up space, right? It's bad. It's just, especially I watched the parade live stream. Their commentary was a trash fire. It was just so stupid.
Did you watch it?
I did not. My friends watched it, and they were talking about it the whole time, saying that it seemed like it was just high school media coverage.
Oh
like,
no!
Yes.
like just a bunch
That
of high
bad?
That was
school, high
perfect.
school news like groups were like, "Hey, we're gonna cover the Astros parade,"
That
and
was
the
perfect,
news
yeah.
outlets were like, "Let's just use them." You know, like
that's fine. Yeah, that's
bad.
crazy. So y'all didn't go to the parade.
No,
so
I was
did go
working.
to the parade. Yeah,
I was working.
I was working.
that's not how I meant
Yeah.
to sound. I was working.
Josh.
Yeah, what a guy.
I'm sorry. Just cut it.
Just cut it. It's gone.
Roll the drums.
Yeah. Drums now. Lil Thoughts.
Okay, bye.
Short.
I did go to the parade, and it was pretty cool. That we went to the parade in 2017, and you went, right? Or you did
I
not?
tried to go. I couldn't get there.
Yeah, it was pretty packed in 2017. It was a lot smaller of a like pathway,
Mhm.
and so it was crowded. And so this time, apparently, I heard 2 million.
Yes.
That was the
That was the
number
estimate.
Yes.
they were throwing out there.
Yeah, that's
on a
wild.
1 mile span.
It was 1.7 miles.
But still.
I mean, so to be fair, like
Right.
for somebody being at both, and obviously it was more this time, but the fact that they spread it out that much was a game changer. I mean, because it was like where we were towards the very end, and it really wasn't that bad. Like there were people there, but it felt pretty like open.
Yeah.
Basically,
So-
all the videos I saw were of downtown, and downtown looked insane,
Mhm.
like crazy.
Yeah, so like really in downtown, there was like one intersection I saw that was like 200 people deep, and I was like, oh my
Yeah,
gosh, it wasn't
heck
anywhere
no.
near that where
Yeah,
we
yeah.
were, like not even close.
Mhm.
But I think
So-
it was Matt Schaub who said, like the estimated population of the greater Houston area, like, you know, Harris County and like the surrounding counties is
Mhm.
7.2 million.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And if 2 million people came to the parade, that's like almost like 20% or more than
Jeez, yeah,
20%,
right.
like
Yeah, that's
26% of the people in
It's
the
crazy
greater
how
Houston
little
area.
of the percentage it is.
I mean, but I mean, that's a huge amount
That's
of
a
people.
lot.
Like, it's
Right, yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so nuts.
Do y'all know anybody that like was told not like they couldn't get off of work and they
Yes.
went anyway?
Oh, that they went anyway.
Oh, I don't know anybody
No.
that did that. No, I was told I could go, so that's why I went.
Wow, good for you.
So
I know people who didn't get off.
yeah, and
That's
they
lame.
couldn't go. Yeah. My Meredith, is a teacher, and so a bunch of different school districts, took the day off.
Mhm.
Katie did not, so sucks for Katie.
I was like, who's Katie?
Katie ISD. That is.
I was like, man, is this somebody? Like, have I
Poor
missed
Katie.
all the references to this lady, Katie? I was
No,
like,
you know Katie,
right?
Yeah. So yeah, but it was a really good time. It was hot. Was the one thing I did note this year. That was not the case the last time. It was warm last time,
You're right.
but it was hot.
So my friend said the same. He mowed his yard during the parade. He was
Mhm.
like, somebody's gonna be passing out at this parade. And I looked at the weather. It's 83 degrees. Like, that's not hot.
So I'll tell you. I mean, I totally get you, and
Right.
I'm gonna go full disclosure here because I have firsthand experience here.
Trigger warning.
Right.
Trigger warning. Be scared. No. So it was pretty humid. It was like 83 degrees for sure, but the heat index was like up at 90,
Right.
and the sun was like a laser
Mhm.
yesterday. It was insane. And so I actually did kind of feel a little sick chilling out there. I honestly can't tell you what exactly it was, so I don't know if it was like specifically the heat. I'm not a doctor.
Maybe you're just a weenie.
Maybe I'm just a weenie. There was a
Weenie
baby.
Junior.
literally, my niece was there.
Right.
My niece was there chilling. She's 3 months old and was just vibing. But like there was this point where like my heart rate wouldn't go down, like for like 10 minutes. Like it was a long time, and it was up. Like I was like working out hard.
Just
So it-
hyped.
Dude,
Do
I
you-
didn't feel like dehydrated. I didn't feel like sick or like dizzy or any of that kind of stuff. I was down in water like left and right.
Maybe you should go see a doctor.
I mean, maybe. And like I'm not super claustrophobic, and like I said, it really wasn't that bad down where we were. So it wasn't like I was like super packed in. But my heart rate went a little crazy, and so I don't know if it was heat induced, but it felt like I get the numbers. But feeling wise,
Right.
it was brutal.
I think
brutal.
I think
out
you just saw your Dawn and your heart was pounding. And you were like, oh my gosh.
there. No, it's like, Altuve.
Yeah, that's your guy.
Altuve's my guy. So
Yeah.
but it was way hotter than the last time. So 2017
Yeah.
felt fine,
It was freaking humid too.
and it was humid.
So humid.
The humidity,
And it was Houston.
and it was Houston, and it's November. Like what was it? The 7th. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So it's like, this is stupid. This is unfair. So if anybody's listening from a different state, enjoy better weather if you've got it.
Yeah.
Because it's November and it's hot. So anyway.
I just wanted to say, what a name, Geronimo. Geronimo Pena.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What a
good one.
name.
Wow.
That's it.
What
Good.
came first?
Okay.
What came first? The like exclamation? The like,
Geronimo.
So, hey, Geronimo.
oh,
Right?
that the song
Or
came
the
out first,
song? Uh-huh. Maybe.
But you jump off of something,
Yeah.
and it's like Geronimo,
Uh-huh.
or like something falls,
Do you say Geronimo when something falls?
Yeah. Yeah, you've never heard that?
No.
Y'all
thought
have never heard that?
I thought it was just whenever you are jumping.
I mean, I think it's the same kind of thing. I mean, not like something fall, not like, what do you call it?
Are you looking up the
When a
origin?
tree falls.
Resident Googler.
I'm trying. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's
Google,
gotta.
tell me.
It's gotta mean like what's the translation?
It's a cry made while jumping that was popular among U.S. airborne soldiers during World War II.
Oh.
Apparently,
So they're
from the
jumping out of
story,
planes.
apparently from the story of the Apache leader Geronimo making a daring leap to escape U.S. cavalry pursuers at Medicine Bluffs, Oklahoma.
Dude, that's kind of sick.
So that's like, but yeah, he's from like Civil War time, right?
Right.
Um,
And so then it became like a thing to say in World War II, you said?
right. But the name origin is so it was the name of a guy,
You're right.
and they were like he was like a
An
heroic
Apache
dude,
leader, yeah.
yeah.
That's tight.
And so they would say it while they were jumping, into enemy territory. But the name is
pretty
the
baller.
Italian and Spanish form of Jerome from the Greek Hieronymus, Literally,
Oh,
Okay.
Reid.
Well, dropping some Greek on here.
Squeeze me.
literally sacred name.
Okay.
So
Okay. So what you're saying is that the name of the like Apache leader guy, it was not just Geronimo. Like he for sure had a different name. This is like his Americanized name or whatever.
Yeah, probably.
You know, because if it's Italian or something, right? What'd you say?
It's the Italian and Spanish form of Jerome.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So it's probably his Americanized name.
Yeah.
So basically, what we're saying is, don't yell that when you're throwing something.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I understood it to mean like when you were falling, not like
Right.
when, like
Something.
something.
Not
was
to be
falling.
confused with cowabunga.
Cowabunga.
Right.
Yeah. Is that a person also?
I don't think so.
Yeah. So, but Geronimo, that's good. That's good info. So there you go, everyone.
Yeah.
You learned something new today.
It was cowabunga. It was first popularized by a character on the U.S. television program Howdy Doody.
There you go.
Wow.
It later became associated with surfing culture and was further popularized by the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Wow.
I don't
You
know if I
went
said
that
Butchered
far.
that.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I said the word.
Isolate that audio. Jeez.
Fake fan.
Well, like he started saying it too, and so I was like,
Turtles.
oh man, that's awesome.
Gross.
Well, lastly, before we end this thing, I just wanted to ask a quick question. Do you think that cover songs are better than the original songs? Which is best?
Which is best? One kind of depends on the song, but also, you're gonna be so annoyed. Glee has covered majority of songs, and I prefer the Glee version
Of
over the
course you
original
do. Of course
most
you do.
of the time.
The Neil Patrick Harris version of Dream On.
Oh, okay.
It's really
It
good.
is good.
Yeah.
No,
I told Aubrey that. I was like, he did a really good job. She was like, no. She's like, his voice didn't even get all the way up. I was like, okay. I was like, that's brutal. Like, it's
Dang, man,
impossible.
just roasted. Wow. Yeah, Reid, what's your take?
Yeah, I've thought about this a bit.
This is actually Reid's question. I just brought it up because I was like, let's go ahead and do
He
it.
just said yoink.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, so I thought about it a bit. I think I tend to enjoy the cover song better, and I have a list that I wrote down of like 5 songs that I was like, the cover is definitively better than the original.
Let's
and,
go.
And some of these are a hot take, I know, because I've told people and they got mad.
Oh no!
I'm
I'm so ready to argue with someone.
Go
today.
for it.
All right, so originally sung by Michael Jackson, the cover by Alien Ant Farm.
I knew it.
Annie, Are You Okay? Right? Is that what it's called?
Smooth criminal.
Smooth Criminal. Sorry. Yeah.
Smooth criminal.
I should have known. I knew that. I knew that. In
They also
retrospect,
covered that on Glee.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Of course, you said it.
This one's not as okay, so this one is controversial. It's originally sung by the Beatles.
Okay.
Yesterday, from the movie Yesterday, covered by Himesh Patel.
You're saying the version they do in the movie Yesterday is better than the Beatles Yesterday.
I am saying that. Yes.
Okay. That's a take. I haven't seen
I
the
also-
movie.
I can't.
I thought it was a really fun movie. I enjoyed it a lot. I would watch it again.
Yeah. I
Is
haven't
it
seen
an
yet.
old movie?
No, it came out in like 2020.
Really?
Yeah, it was like a pandemic movie that like
Oh.
it was coming out. It's gonna probably would have been done better than it did.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Pandemic.
I thought it was really good. Also from that movie, I really like their version of Help.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
look it up. Himesh Patel.
Do you want to know that they also covered Yesterday?
In Glee?
Yeah, they sure
Of course
did.
Is there
do.
anything they didn't touch really?
They had so many seasons, and they were
There's
just
like
really
15 seasons, right?
scraping. No, there was like 6.
Didn't they cover
Really?
Baby Shark as well?
No.
Oh man.
They did cover What Does the Fox Say? And that
Oh,
was
God.
terrible.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
bad.
that was bad.
Oh,
bad
that's,
move.
That's bad.
All Along the Watchtower.
Oh, okay.
What is?
It's a song
Along the
Covered-
Watchtower. Yeah.
covered by Jimi Hendrix. Originally done by
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But basically no one knows that Bob Dylan sang
Yeah.
it.
I think
because
I was gonna say I think that's like the universal. Everybody believes
cover
this
is
cover is better. Yeah,
Right, right.
yeah. Everybody agrees.
Well, there's a story that like Bob Dylan heard Jimi Hendrix cover Along the Watchtower,
Mhm.
and Bob Dylan like smashed his own guitar or something because
that
he was.
true?
I mean, that's the story I read online. I don't know if
He's
it's
mad?
true because he was like, I can't perform it that well. Like
Dang. Oh my
he's
gosh.
like,
I'm pretty sure because I'd never heard that story, but I was pretty sure he had come out and say like, "Oh, that's his song." now.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. Pretty
that's-
much.
That's his song. You know.
Yeah. I bequeath it to you.
Yeah. Oh,
It
wow.
has been bequeathed. to-
I was about to say it, and I was like, I shouldn't say it. Nah,
No,
this is
I'm
gonna
gonna
hit it.
Good. Good.
My last one that I wrote down was "Hurt" by Johnny Cash,
Ah,
originally done by 9 Inch Nails,
yeah,
but Johnny Cash's version is like
Wow.
Did
way
you know that?
better.
Mm-mm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
that was the
Wow.
cover.
It's true.
And I got a whole list here if y'all want more, but
Well, I have one that people don't often know.
Mhm.
Are you gonna try to guess what mine is?
No.
Well, they
I'm not.
didn't realize that it was a cover. It's Whitney Houston, "I Will Always Love You." It was originally done by Dolly Parton.
right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I learned that recently, but I
Mhm.
forgot about that.
I just learned that when I was looking up covers.
I just learned that right now on the
20
podcast.
minutes ago.
Seriously, 20 minutes ago.
That's
Yeah.
so funny. I don't have a hard opinion on it. I think some covers are better than the original, and some are just like I can't get behind the Glee. You know,
Ooh, yeah.
the Glee.
That's a tough
Wow,
one.
y'all are really like
I'm not like
staring me down.
I'm not like trying to hate on Glee. Like it's fine. And one of my favorite artists, like he's kind of small, Noah Guthrie, was on Glee. In like kind of the later seasons. He's really good. He does like, country rock music, southern rock music. Really great music. And he kind of like blew up through Glee and covers and stuff. And so like respect on the Glee and the covers and stuff. But I just can't get behind like I just don't think they're all better.
Can I defend myself on Glee?
Go
No.
ahead, I guess.
Because I'm gonna get a lot of smoke from it. Apparently,
It's fine. You'll be all right.
You got trash taste, okay?
Oh no, gosh. Jeez. Go ahead, Liz.
we already know that about men.
No.
We're not gonna put that on my music.
Somewhere Mark just hangs his head. Mark from the NSA.
Poor man. Just catching strays.
Oh man.
I can't recover from that one.
Defend Glee. Defend Glee
Okay.
before we go.
One, nostalgia came out when I was in high school. So, like, I love watching it because of the nostalgia. Also, the terrible writing, like, the acting on subpar. But the people on there were very talented. And, like, they had, like, Naya Rivera,
Who?
Amber Riley.
Who?
Naya Rivera.
Oh.
Yeah,
Come
way
on,
to
man.
go.
Come on.
How am I supposed to
Come
know
on,
that?
bro.
Too soon.
No. How am I supposed to
Respect
know
for the
that?
dead, bro. Come on. I
Oh.
don't think we're recovering from this. I think that's it. I think
Wait,
it's over.
Wait.
Thanks for listening.
Best cover, "Hallelujah" by the Fairy Godmother from Shrek.